Hello, I'm Jill Webb from Jill Webb Training, and I'm going to show you today what to do if you find yourself in a situation with a baby who's not breathing. Really challenging situation, very emotional, so it's really important that we know and we practice what to do in this kind of emergency. So the first part of what we do is exactly the same as when we find anybody unresponsive. I'm going to go through it quickly now. You might want to check out my other videos for just a little bit more detail. So I'm going to check I'm in no danger, got my gloves on. I'm going to try and get a meaningful response. Can you hear me, Doris? Come on, clap, tickle, blow. No. Help! Is there anyone around that can help me? Give me a hand. I'm going to remember that for a baby, I'm not going to do that head tilt right back because of the weight of the baby's head. I'm going to put something underneath the baby's back, a book or something, to get that neutral position. And then I'm going to look, listen and feel for 10 seconds, hoping to see several really good breaths. A healthy baby, you'd probably see about 5 breaths in that time, but I want to see at least a few breaths. And in this situation, the baby is not breathing. So what I'm going to do is immediately start CPR. To do that, I give the baby 5 quite quick, shallow breaths. Think about the size of the baby. Think about the size of your lungs and the baby's lungs. So, you'll have noticed after every breath I'm looking down to check it's gone in. The other way I can do that is gently put my hand on the baby. And then I'm going to do 30 compressions. And on a baby, I'm just going to use 2 fingers. And I'm going to look sort of the bottom of the rib cage. And I'm going to do really gentle, but 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. You can hear that's quite quick. You might, if you're early years like me, remember Nellie the elephant packed a trunk and said goodbye to the circus. You might remember the Staying Alive advert. But wanting 30 compressions, 2 breaths now. 30 compressions again, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11, 12 and 13 and 14 and 15. 28, 29, 30, 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 6, 7. This will feel forever, but you're only actually doing about a minute CPR. So we've done that minute CPR. We only ever do 5 breaths that very first time, and that's because babies lose their oxygen level very quickly in their blood, so we're trying to give them a bit more oxygen back. We're then going to pick the baby up. I'd always recommend holding your baby like this so that if they come round and they are not well, or even if they're sick, because remember you can be sick and not breathing, it can be gag reflux, they're not going to choke. I'm then going to go and phone 999 for help. While I'm even phoning for help, I can have the baby on a table near where the phone is, can't I? Doing that. And then I keep doing CPR until help arrives. Just a couple of important points about babies and resuscitation. The first is we never use a defib on a baby unless we're told to do so by a medical dispatcher. So if you found yourself at a day nursery, you know you have a defib on the wall, which many nurseries have these days, which is great practice, then what you need to do is say, we have a defib here, can we use it? And be prepared to describe the size and, if you do know it, approximate weight of the baby, but certainly be able to describe something about the infant that you're with. The second important thing, you'll see that I've used a table. A baby is the only time we can use a table to do CPR. For children and adults, CPR must be done on the floor because we need that firm surface. So I hope that's been a useful little recap for you, and I hope that it's taken you away some bits to remember. Thank you.